Working in drafty rooms caused by an air conditioning system makes us feel uncomfortable. Unlike birds, we have no feathers, and so to us, drafty air movements are unpleasant and disturbing. The fusion of Raiffeisen State and Raiffeisen County branches created the largest regional bank in Austria. State-of-the-art banking systems and technologies, worldwide banking services and international banking relationships summarize Raiffeisen's Bank of the Future concept. Utilization of modern technologies, not limited to the banking sector, is employed to ensure a long-term competitive leadership position. For Raiffeisen, Bank of the Future also means responsible use of resources. Striving for long-term growth and the search for innovation have led the Raiffeisenbank to use Bauer optimizing systems and solutions. Varying room and climate conditions in a modern bank complex put a high demand on the flexibility of the HVAC control system. We picked two very differently structured rooms to demonstrate Bauer optimizing technologies' newly developed and patent-protected control systems, and compared them to the original conventional systems. First, we show you the glass hall. The glass facade as architectural solution to express openness, modernness, and transparency poses unique challenges to the HVAC control system. To show the current airflow patterns along the glass facade when using the conventional HVAC control system, we blow in artificial fog. The artificial fog blown in towards the ceiling is immediately pulled down by cooling air cascading down the glass facade. Despite the fact that supply air is introduced in the floor area under the glass facade, the effect of cooling air cascading down the glass facade cannot be avoided. This results in cold air drafts in the floor area, reaching far into the room. After switching to the Bauer system, calm and homogeneous air movements made visible through the artificial fog are immediately noticeable. Bauer Technologies' control system virtually eliminates cooling air cascading down glass facades. Without this falling cool air, cold air drafts in the floor area are eliminated. As a result, the air vents supplying the conditioned air by the glass facade are no longer required. As a matter of fact, the location and type of supply and return air vents are no longer important. From floor to ceiling, air is mixing homogeneously. Layers of air current with different temperatures no longer exist. As the second example of a challenging environment for an HVAC control system, we present the main conference room. The frequently changing number of occupants during conferences presents a formidable challenge to maintaining the air quality in the conference room. A steady supply of fresh air providing an optimal amount of oxygen has to be balanced with the need for even air temperature distribution without creating drafts. For the conventional system, in order to be able to react to the frequent and significant changes in the occupancy rates, supplemental heating and cooling units had been installed in addition to the HVAC system. These supplemental recirculating conditioning units draw in the room air close to the floor, heat or cool the room air depending on need, and blow the conditioned air back into the room at about window height. The artificial fog shows clearly how the conditioned air blown into the room is directed towards the intakes close to the floor, where it is sucked back out of the room without ever mixing with the existing room air. With increased short-circuiting of the conditioned air, the efficiency of the conditioning system decreases. After switching over to the Bauer system, all short-circuiting is eliminated. The artificial fog clearly demonstrates that the conditioned air blown into the room now mixes well with the existing room air. The position of the supply and return air vents no longer matters. This efficiency improvement of the supplemental recirculating unit allows for much faster and targeted adjustment to rapidly changing occupancy rates. Our unique control strategy and technology for rooms and zones allow one HVAC system to satisfy different room-specific demands. Supplemental heating or cooling units are typically not required. Extremely efficient thermal energy transfer results in much shorter reaction time in maintaining the desired room temperature. The supply and return air vents at the conference center are located in the ceiling, which makes it almost impossible for a conventional HVAC system to deliver comfortable and draft-free mixing of the conditioned supply air with the room air. To achieve an acceptable mixing of the supply air with the room air, a very high volume of supply air had to be blown into the room. The resulting drafts were uncomfortable and resulted in high operating costs. As a rule, the worse the mixing of supply air with room air, the more energy is required. After switching to the Bauer system, the supply air is mixing with the room air in a desirably random vertical, horizontal and diagonal airflow pattern. This creates optimal mixing of air without uncomfortable drafts. The result is a much more comfortable, homogeneous room climate. Maintenance cost of your existing HVAC system is also reduced when using the Bauer optimizing system. Additionally, the wear and tear on your HVAC hardware is reduced, thereby increasing the years of service. Also, the construction cost of a new HVAC system is reduced significantly, as the Bauer optimizing system requires fewer hardware components. Despite the fact that the light generates heat, the airflow pattern is not disturbed. In a random pattern, the fog flows vertically, horizontally and diagonally, seemingly undisturbed by the layers of warming air. Through this homogeneous mixing of the supply air with the room air, the usual air temperature differential between the ceiling and the floor is drastically reduced. Conventional HVAC control systems cannot accomplish this effect. As visualized through the artificial fog, thermal variations have no influence on the mixing of the supply air with the room air. In summary, the Bauer optimizing system optimally delivers the dual goals of economy and comfort. In a conventional system, these two goals are mutually exclusive. Out of these complementary goals, we developed our company motto: the more you save, the better your room feels.